Okay, well, I'm challenged on that at least.
Like at least 3 of them.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you do not trust your government.
No, they won't do that.
You don't think?
No, do it the better way, yeah.
All right. So I'm taking a survey. Raise your hand nice and high if you trust your government. Oh, boy.
Liar, pants on fire.
Oh, you're one of like 3 today, so.
Well, people are having fun with this anyway, huh? So there is no spinning globe. We have a curvature formula. There's no curve.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
100%.
So Dave, when I say that you know everybody's got to be active,
I agree with you.
yeah,
It's time for action.
it is time for action.
I was chatting with who was it last night? Maybe it was Zane was talking about. I'm ready. Like, why can't
Well,
we,
Mac.
He said we could just have a big. We have a big concert somewhere on a piece of land, and then we never leave. And
Yeah.
like, that's our land. Who decided? Who owns all this freaking land?
No, don't go there. No, don't go there. That's different. Property ownership is absolutely biblical.
But wait a second. How does a squirrel find itself a home? How does a bird find itself a home, and yet you have to become a slave to a system in order to have a piece of land?
If you don't,
So are you telling me that God didn't make enough land for us to live on?
if you don't own
You
the
have to pay somebody
land
for it?
that you till, if you don't own the land you till, you cannot survive. You cannot be free. I believe in property ownership.
Wait, let me ask you though. How about this?
What does that have to do?
Well, I just think that the way the earth is probably designed was that whatever amount of earth that you can do and handle with your own means and take care of and be responsible for is your land. But when you get beyond that, then that ain't your land anymore. When you start owning 1,000 acres of land and you can't even see any of it for weeks at a time, then is that really your land?
Well, I understand the concept, and even though I agree with that concept, I don't think that we should be starting to confiscate people's land.
I don't either. I'm just questioning like how it is that we as humans, we as men and women, we as women and women have less ability to build our own house than a squirrel can go out and find a tree, any tree at once, and it has a home for the night. You know what? I know so many people who are they won't even be allowed. They have to go to a homeless shelter. What happens if you just wanted to go out in the woods somewhere and say, "This is I'm gonna take up
agree
the
with
space."
that, but you don't want to have squatters either because they don't.
Squat? I'm not saying that though. I'm
right.
just saying
I understand.
When you have a piece of land that nobody is responsible for,
like public land.
Like any land, really. I mean, the guy who says he owns 50,000 acres and yet he doesn't do anything on 49,995 of them. What is he? Why does he really? And he owns that land? I'm sorry.
Well, wait till these wildlife corridors go through.
I'm interested in hearing.
Do you have a scientific mind? I can tell you 2 things.
No.
2 things.
No, not even 1 thing. I just don't understand how we have humans.
Okay, so Dave, you got off track.
Yeah, I'm getting off track.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. This crowd is brutal with the flat earth. They don't even talk for 2 seconds, most of them.
Well, that means you got to change up your ways. When you go into a different crowd, you got to figure out how to reach them.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, good. I like that government thing.
Yeah. All right.
So do you remember the moon landing? We landed in 6 inches of dust, but there's no dust on the feet. How did that happen? And look, it's made out of aluminum foil.
Yeah, somebody's fooling somebody.
Yeah, I don't think we landed on the moon. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
All this information we got, you can find on that website.
Okay.
But yeah, there's no curvature to the earth.
I don't forget when Armstrong was there, when he was jumping, there was dust.
Yeah, but...
When he was there, yeah. No,
I don't believe that, because he was put on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you know that?
Yeah.
Because they're actors. That's why. I don't think we landed on the moon because you can see through the moon, actually. In the daylight, it's blue. There's a lit up part, and then there's blue. But at nighttime, there's a lit up part and black. So it's not like in the day, you don't see a shade. So I don't get that. I think there's a lot to it that we do not live on a globe. Look, there's a curvature. Curvature formula says we shouldn't see Chicago, but we can. That's 60 miles in there. That should be hidden. by curve.
If you ever flew in the Concorde jet
Yeah.
at 65 miles high, you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah?
Yep.
Could it be that this is your field of vision? Like you see a circle of vision that you can see at distance, and then you were told, oh, the Earth is curved, so that must be the curvature I see.
You say that about everything in the world. You know.
Well, so that's why I'm going by the math right there.
Yeah.
And there's no curvature for the Earth, so.
Well, that's what the early explorers said. You get to that point, it's flat and you fall off.
Yeah, but this is what the edge is. Right there's the edge. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside. That's Antarctica. That's why we don't fall off. And look, it's like 300 feet high at places.
Some places, I've been there.
So here, this is what the map is like.
This is another one.
You may have that.
I hope not.
That's the map.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
It is food for thought. It'll keep you from getting dementia. If you keep studying something, it'll keep your mind going. Look into it, ladies. It's a cure for dementia. You got to study and keep working your mind. I'm 62, I ought to know.
We're in our 70s, we know.
Well, I'm not far away, hopefully. Hopefully, if I get there.
62, did you say?
I'm 62. Yep. I found this 2.5 years ago. And it made me look young.
At 13 years old.
Oh, do you? My mom's 90. I take care of her.
Wow.
Yeah. She's doing pretty good, too.
That's good. Well, you take a good care of her.
Yeah, I hope so.
Mentally and physically?
Yeah, and we have 4 little dogs. And she just loves those little dogs. You know, they're like little kids. And they always want to lick her and cuddle up. I think that's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to lick her myself and cuddle up with her. You know, I don't want to. Have a great day. Did you ever hear this before?
Not really.
No? Well, this is the...
You know,
Yeah, the moon landing.
Hopes of that.
Yeah, because look, there's no dust on the foot pads.
Yeah.
And look, it's made of aluminum
How
foil.
did you get this clear picture of it that we don't
He
see?
got it made up on these banners. All the banners on the ground are his.
Right.
All these up here are mine, standing up. I don't like mine on the ground.
Yeah.
But here, this is a flat Earth map. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And here, you can have your own map. And look, this is reality here.
Right.
When you fix on Polaris,
Right.
and you leave the aperture open, you get star trails, right?
What do you say that there's actually like an end? There's like all these
Yes.
pictures from
Yes,
outer space
but-
are all doctored or
They're called images for a reason. There's only one picture NASA
Right.
ever took, and that was through a porthole. Our forensics have determined that it is a porthole that's making it round. And
are they saying that all the other planets and other star systems they're all
well,
round?
you know why you're asking that? It's because you heard the Big Bang created the universe, right? Well, there are no other, there's no vast universe. What happened was, it's the flat plane. There's a dome actually over it. And we know there's a dome by several reasons. There's lightning sprites. Did you ever hear of them?
No.
It's lightning that's real high up, and when it comes off the dome, you can see it. Like it's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
you'd see in
like
the
an
science,
umbrella
like in a
kind of...
science project.
Yes,
So
yes.
What do they say? That it's a man-made thing?
Well,
Almost like,
I don't know who
almost
made
like
it.
the movie, what's the one with
Truman
Jim
Show?
Carrey? Yeah, Truman Show.
Yeah, I don't know who made the dome. I don't know who made this realm that we live in.
Yeah.
But I know what it
Sounds like the
what
Matrix.
it is.
The Matrix.
When I first 2.5 years ago,
Right.
when I realized that this was true,
Yeah.
I said, I understand the Matrix
is this
now.
the Flat Earth Society?
No.
Oh.
No, that's a government-run organization to put out false information to make this look bad.
Oh, okay.
So you got to just be discerning about what information. I look at everything and then I think, is that true?
I don't. Most of the shit that we were taught to believe anyway has been proven wrong anyway. So
Yeah, yeah.
And then, it sounds bizarre, but
Yeah.
you know what? Who the hell knows?
I totally agree. but we have a curvature formula based on 24,901 miles. So if you take that, you shouldn't see Atlantic City from Wildwood.
Yeah.
You know, that should be under 681 feet. Also,
what would
look
be
at
the
this.
end game? What's the purpose?
Well, if they can fool us, they can rule us. See? I think what we're talking about, like this New World Order. Did you ever hear of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they want to have a crisis, a worldwide crisis.
Right.
So what would be better than an alien invasion?
Right.
But if we know that this is flat with a dome, we know there are no other aliens. There are no other planets outside of the dome.
Right.
So we would just dismiss that and say that's fake. Our government's doing that. We don't have to be afraid of that.
Yeah, no false flags.
Yes. So you're up on these kinds of things, like the Boston bombing with the guy with his bone hanging out and no blood. I mean,
well, I always wondered how the hell did they have? Why was there always a SWAT team and an FBI training going on?
Yeah, at the same time.
Like, you know, Sandy Hook. There was always a training going on.
Yeah.
You know how they got there. Like, how could there possibly be a training going on in every town?
Exactly right.
You know?
Yeah. So then they can just say, oh, well, you don't have to, you know, we were just doing training. That wasn't really real. And, But a lot of people believe it, and I think that's a lie.
Right.
So why are they lying to us? They want to control us. The kings didn't want the serfs to read.
Right.
Okay? So, because educated people are hard to control.
Right, right.
So on my card, you'll read that there. And what's the difference between being educated with lies and being uneducated? You still know nothing.
Right.
Because if you believe a lie, you really don't know the truth.
Yeah. But look at all in our lifetime, all that's been proven wrong.
I know.
You know?
I know.
Nothing surprises me.
I know. So that's why we're out here trying to wake up people a little bit.
It's pretty wild. I've never seen anyone...
yeah, we get a lot of laughs, but you know what? Some people stop and they talk, and like you.
Right.
And they say, yeah, I've heard of this, or tell me more.
I'll go to those videos on their website.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean,
Type the whole thing in, and then the 3 videos will come up that I like the best.
Oh, good.
You'll get all this, and then 2 more.
It's your best of.
Best of.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Did you ever hear of it?
Spinning 1,000 miles an hour.
Flat Earth. There's evidence. I'll give you 3. This is a flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes around the outside edge. That's our bathtub. Okay? And that's why it doesn't fall off the edge. That's why the water doesn't spill out. It's Antarctica. Okay? We have a curvature formula for a 24,901 equator. If there is a spinning ball, there has to be a formula for that curve. Okay? So, Air Chicago, 60 miles away, and it should be 1,700 feet of curvature, but there's none there. So it's flat, like water should be flat. Water's always flat. The oceans are flat. I mean, you know, what else? Here, this is reality, right? You get the line because it's a flat surface. If it was curved, you get just a little spot. Look, it goes right onto the frickin' table. So there's enough evidence that we have looked into this, and now we're teaching it. This is a video called 200 Proofs, and you will find it on this website right there. So you can look that up, you can watch the video, and you can decide for yourself. Do you have any questions about it? I know, it's a crazy concept, isn't it? But you know what's crazier? A spinning ball.
So how come when I'm shooting a sniper rifle, I have to take into account the Earth's rotation?
How do you do that?
So you have to take in from the distance it's done, the height, and then with gravity with falling.
Okay. Well, gravity, or whatever the fall is causing the fall, because we don't believe it's gravity, that's like to the center of a spinning ball. I kind of think it's diamagnetism pushing us down instead of pulling us down. But, okay, take into account that things fall. Is that really taking into account a spin?
Well,
because that's what you're really thinking. When you're doing some kind of formula like that, you're really more concerned about the spin as part of that.
You have to take in the Earth's rotation when you actually make
that
but
shot. How is that in the formula?
That's in the formula because it's given one because we actually know that the Earth's rotating.
I would love to know that formula.
23, it's what, 23 hours and technically 54 minutes?
Right.
For an Earth day?
Yeah.
then how come there's some spots that are you? So if the Earth's flat, you have.
Where's my? Here.
Does that make the Earth the center of the universe?
And everything is within the dome. There is a dome. If you look up lightning sprites, S-P-R-I-T-E-S, you can see it. You never looked that up, did you? And there's another thing, star in a jar. Sound waves make the stars, and they are embedded in the dome because they never change position relatively, or they never have parallax. They never change position when you go past them either. Like, that's parallax. It's changing position.
Well, if something's so far away, if you move 1 inch.
Right, that's what they say. Millions and millions, trillions and trillions. Nah, it's right, it's very close.
So is the moon a ball then?
What we see is two-dimensional. We always see the same face of the moon, okay? Below the equator, outside of the equator, they see it from like the chin side, and we see it from the eye side, that kind of thing. But it's still only one face of the moon. So it's going around like this.
So how come it takes so long to travel from on a flat road?
Well,
and when you fly, if you go to the uppermost atmosphere, you're only 90 minutes away from anything, and that's because of the transportation and from the free fall effect.
Well, you think, okay, but that's what you're told. All right, when you look...
I've seen the science on that, and I've seen the tricks.
Okay.
And the further away you get from it, you actually get curvature from there. You'll actually see the curvature.
Okay, the curvature you're seeing could be your field of vision, because you know that it always comes up to your eye level. The horizon is always at your eye level, no matter how high you go. That proves there's two planes coming together. Where's my, right there, perspective. Two planes coming together, it pulls the horizon up. You know what? You have a lot of good questions. I would encourage you to watch that video, which has all this on it, and then write me a note onto that website. I'll get it. They'll forward it to me. If you have any, you know. We have a lot of good science guys in our area of study. But I would love to see that sniper formula. I would love to see that. You have that? Should I write it down? Let me get a paper. I know, he gets a laugh out of everybody.
Because everybody knows our government is nothing but a bunch of criminals.
Is he like this all the time?
It's terrible, isn't it?
Do you have to live with him?
No.
Oh, good.
Thank goodness.
So you're saying the Earth is flat?
Yes, ma'am. Just watch this video that's right here. On that, just take one of the cards and watch that. Yeah. Thank you for stopping.
Absolutely. I'm afraid to go by him.
Oh, just tell him
Is he harmless?
No, he's harmless. He's very sweet, actually. Do you have it or no?
Yeah, it's a Coriolis effect.
Oh, Coriolis? Well, you know what?
That's in the formula.
See, we don't agree with the Coriolis effect. That the guy with the toilet, Simpson, we don't agree with that because we have evidence otherwise that it's really not consistent.
So Australia's toilets don't spin the other way?
Well, if Australia is making their toilets with the jets pointed in that direction, yeah. But I don't know that. It could have a lot of factors. I've seen where there's a woman standing on the equator with a sink doing an experiment like that. And oh, look, it turns the other way. But I also have seen her push the water and all that. So I don't believe the Coriolis effect, and I don't think any of the flat earthers do either.
The Coriolis effect actually allows for, like, it's a 6-inch difference on a sniper's shot. And it's been proven that if you don't take that effect, you're going to miss your shot.
Well,
yes.
What if it's maybe wind or air or something like that, or
On a perfectly still day.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I would love to see the formula to see if that really has something to do with it.
All you have to do is look it up like this.
Okay.
So
I will. The sniper formula. I've seen a video on it, but they didn't give me the formula.
it's because it's going to change with because they have to take into account for wind, they have to take account for the distance and all that. And then depending on how far the shot, then they have to take into the Coriolis effect.
Right.
The shot has to be over, I think, 2 miles long for it to have anything.
Are you a sniper yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I was actually...
Yeah, I love firearms. I have 3 of my own.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, I would encourage you to watch that, and I will look it up myself, but I didn't see it on the video I watched, so.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for stopping and talking. I like intelligent people. We never landed on the moon.
That's good, right?
Here, look it up. All this information is on the card. You go to the website, you get all this. All this, 200 proofs. Yeah, we never landed on the moon, but look, there's a curvature formula, and you can prove for yourself that you can't see Atlantic City from Wildwood. What? No, you can. There's no curvature. It should be hidden under 681 feet of curvature, and it's not. So, there's a lot to this. Yeah, look, this is reality, is you get the line of reflection, but if it's a curved piece of paper, you only get a spot. So, here, this is also reality. You leave the aperture open on your camera, you get the concentric star circles.
Yeah.
But look, this is what they teach in school. You know, the Milky Way's moving, the sun's moving, all the planets are moving. Do you think we'd get that from that? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Look, this is Antarctica. This is the rim of our bathtub. It goes all the way around the outside edge. And that's why they leave it off their logos. Flat Earth map is also in the White House and in Air Force One.
A flat Earth map?
Yes, sir. So figure that one out. How come they don't have a globe? So, this is what you get with NASA. How can there be the same diameter, different sizes? No. Proportionately, it must be the same. If this was a bigger diameter on this one, then I agree, but it's not. Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn. The Capricorn is much larger on a flat Earth map, and the sun goes a lot faster. If you talk to people outside of the equator, they will tell you. You can stand there and watch the sun move. It goes that fast. And they don't have twilight. It's a different thing down there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, check it out. Watch the videos. Yep, you're welcome. How you doing, Dave? Some woman said to me, "You don't have to live with him, do you?" I said no.
I spoke to her too because she said, "You're hyper." She kept saying, "You're hyper." I was like, "Yeah, I really am. I'm triggered today. I don't know what it is." You know what it is that when you can't have people it's like you keep.
They're not
walking while you
friendly.
talk.
Yeah, they're not friendly or something.
I feel like I have to just say what I have to say, and otherwise
I get that. I had 2 really good conversations. One guy was a sniper.
I want to go back to Temple this week.
This week? Oh, I wanted to tell you. We're going, there's another college down in New Jersey, but there's strict rules there because we're going to be inside.
Wow.
And we can only have 2 tables.
Yeah.
So all I was going to do is take the big banners, and that's
inside?
it. And I'm just going to take the 2 banners. If you want to come to that, that's fine.
Where is it? Do you know yet or not?
It's near Atlantic City.
I think I actually am detrimental to the whole show today. Like I see more people stop and look at this stuff when I'm not there.
Well, then sit back and wait till they look, and then say, "Can I help you? Can I ask you a question?"
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Be gentle.
Yeah. I got 40 minutes. I'll try a new approach.
You got to be gentle, Dave. It's a new you.
I'm not very good at it. Every time I come out here, I'm like, I'm going to be.
Your fans will all be mad at me for changing you.
Fans. You're funny.
You think we landed on the moon? Look at that jalopy. I don't think it landed on the moon.
No?
Nope. The spinning globe Earth is a crazy idea. All right, there's some kind of spaniel or mixture, or are they what?
Doodles.
They're poodles?
Doodles.
Noodles.
Noodles?
Doodles. They're
Doodles?
a sheepadoodle and a piradoodle.
Ah, so they don't shed.
He does actually.
A little bit. Here you go, honey. Here. You want one of these? Look, you can have your own map.
No, but like the Earth is round, so I don't want that.
It is. It's a flat circle. That's what we are saying that it is, and we're showing evidence for that.
It's not a flat circle.
Really?
Yeah, satellites can prove it.
Yeah? Well, I don't believe there are satellites up there. What do you say about that?
Science is real, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, this is science. Look, we have a curvature formula.
Good.
Curvature formula. How about that? There's no pictures on that. Watch the video. Watch it with your dad. I can answer your question. The spinning globe is a crazy idea. The spinning ball Earth is a crazy idea. There is no globe. That's what we're promoting here. Remember we landed on the moon? There's no dust. And how did we get to the moon in that jalopy? It's made out of aluminum foil. Take a card and look up our information. The spinning globe is a crazy idea. You feel like we live on a spinning ball? Not me. I can answer your questions if you have any.
Thank you.
Okay. All these blocks, the numbered ones, match up with the 200 proofs. That's a video by Eric Dubay. So the banners, you'll see all that stuff again except for a couple that I added in there.
Okay.
And that's all on, actually if you type this whole thing in here, you'll get that, plus two of my other favorite ones. One is a time lapse of the sun, which really like, you see it shrink and go off.
Okay.
It's like really, and then the other one is why you think the sun sets. It's by magnification.
Okay.
So that'll really enlighten you there. And you read that whole card, I wrote it, it's pretty good. If I can say so myself. Hey, you guys remember we landed on the moon? Look, no dust on the feet. There was supposed to be 6 inches of dust there. And look, it's made out of that gold aluminum foil. How did we ever get to the moon in a jalopy like that? I think they're telling us stories. What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think we ever went to the moon. I don't think we can land on it. I don't think it's terra firma. I think it's a filament.
I don't know. Never heard there. Right?
They know from a distance. They're like, wow. Hey, you can look this up. See everything I have on my banners here? Spinning ball globe is a crazy idea. We never landed on the moon. Do you think we could get to the moon in that jalopy? The horizon always goes to your eye level, no matter how high you go. That means it's not spinning down. It's not dipping down. I think this spinning ball globe is a crazy idea.
You think?
Yeah. Did we ever make it to the moon in that jalopy?
I don't believe it.
It's made out of aluminum foil.
Tin foil, right?
Yeah. And Scotch tape.
I believe that.
Well, that's crazy. But look, well, we have a curvature formula, and there's no curvature. You can see that 60 miles away. I would question it, seriously. Spinning ball globe is a crazy idea. It sounds crazy to me. Those are full pants.
Yes, they are.
They're good. I love it. So Dave got a little group going on over there. The girls want to hang out with that guy, and he stopped, so they got to stop. Spinning ball globe is a crazy idea. Do you think we landed on the moon in that jalopy? Look, it's aluminum foil. Here you go. You can take a card and look it up. You know what? Look. It's on here. If you type that in, okay. Everything is on here is on that. Oh my goodness. I think that's the witch, right? The Wicked Witch's feet. That's funny. Suzuki. How did we get to the moon in a jalopy like that? It's made out of aluminum foil. Woo! Look, there they go. we get to the moon in a jalopy like that? Aluminum foil. You think we made it to the moon? You really think we landed on the moon in a jalopy like that? Look at that. Made out of aluminum foil and Scotch tape. That's the real thing.
Really?
Yeah, we never got to the moon. I don't believe it.
I don't know.
I don't believe it. I'd love if you just look up some of our information on this card here. There you go. Just look into it.
Okay.
The Earth is a flat plane. The spinning ball globe is a crazy idea. It's a lonely spot to be in. I think, you know, every once in a while we're getting a few. It's 2:22.
Yeah, some.
It's
You can stop
2:22.
anytime you want.
I know, I'm tired, but, you know, whenever I see some inquisitive minds, it just gives me energy.
I'm having such little success. It's like,
yeah, but don't
some
you have to
days-
find your brother now, too?
He just called me. He's in a bar. He's having a few, and he's good. So he
Hey, you
sounded
know what?
normal.
I might want to go there and have one myself.
I spoke to a woman who saw him in the bar, and I'm like, oh, Ed's like, I'm like, oh, that can't be good, you know.
Is he up that way?
I think she said.
I think there's a
a
microbrewery up there that just opened up.
You can do anything you want, Marilyn. It's no big deal. I mean, you know, we did get a couple hours out here. You were out here all day yesterday, so
I was.
that's a long time. Where is this world?
Like a pizza!
I love that instant response. So funny. Should I even bother putting in another battery, or are we done?
Well, I don't know.
I'll put in another one. I'm good. So I got a decent little payout from our factory, and it's so weird because I have a mortgage.
Get some hyperbaric. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do it for him.
But I mean, we have a mortgage on our house now, and it feels weird to always be spending all my money and with still being in debt, because I hate debt.
Yeah.
But like I want to help Josh out a little bit, and I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. You know, am I like?
Well, I'm recording too, honey.
Oh.
Don't.
Oh, darn it. Never mind. I forgot about that. That's why I was talking.
I'm sorry.
No biggie, no biggie. Don't worry.
We should turn this off, and then we should go sit at the bar and have some.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, no, that's. I always.
Well,
forget.
let's pick a time. An hour?
Guys, that
You think-
junk is pretty funny, right? A little bit.
You think we made it to the moon in a jalopy like that? Look, it's aluminum foil with tape. And how I believed it at one time. I'm there. How could I have ever believed that? It's like, I question my own sanity.
Like there are literally, this isn't just the material. Like if you look on high def photos, there's like bends and like gaps. Like dude, it's embarrassing. Like.
And look,
really,
isn't that duct tape there?
Yeah, like there's Scotch.
Oh my
tape.
gosh.
It's crazy.
And it's down to Smithsonian too, isn't it?
Plus, like the hole to get into it on another angle is like literally, it's like barely big enough to like for these guys to scrape through. And I don't think I want to be taking any chances of ripping my material, right?
If you have a pocket, you can stick the big card, or I have a little card. Some good information on there. If you type that whole thing at the bottom in, you'll get all this.
Can I look at them?
Sure. He's full of energy. See all the numbered blocks?
Yeah.
They match up with this video.
Oh, okay.
So that's on the card. Yeah! I'm sure it was a positive beep.
Yeah. You guys know
I can answer your questions. This is the edge of our bathtub. It goes all the way around the outside edge. North Pole's in the center. See, all these organizations of the world, like United Nations, use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know it goes around. And look how high these walls are here.
So what's on the other side, like underneath?
I only go this far. There's people in our community that make, you know, they imagine what it could be out there by other ancient maps that we have, but I just go this far because I don't want to get into arguments and, you know, that kind of thing. So I just say, well, that's there. So there's curvature formula, and there's Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan, which should be hidden under 1,700 feet of curvature. It's not there. It's wild. I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Thank you.
No, thank you for stopping. Tell everybody you know.
I'm going to trade for one of those.
Okay, that's fine. You think this really made it to the moon? Looks like aluminum foil to me. Did we go to the moon in that? Did we really? Aluminum foil? No dust on the feet? Did we really land on the moon?
Yeah, we did.
You think so?
Yeah.
Tell me how that thing made it. Look, there's even frickin' duct tape up here.
Where?
Right there. Right there.
Did you put it there?
No, I didn't. No, you look at that. It wouldn't make it through any kind of atmosphere.
Why would they care to, like, if the Earth was flat? Why wouldn't they just tell us?
Well, because if it's a flat Earth and there's a dome over it, then it had to be created. And then we are special people. We're not animals. And there's a big thing with changing society's mind. This is social engineering. If they can fool us, they can rule us. And it comes down to might makes right, and they can make whatever rules they want. But if it's a created universe with a dome, then we're all equal. You see, there's a whole different mindset with it.
What about the moon and all the other planets? Are they not flat?
I don't know. All I see is a two-dimensional object when I look at a telescope. You can't tell if it's a sphere or not. With the moon, we only see one face of the moon. The whole world sees one side of the moon. That's it.
What about people who have been to space who aren't, like, so, like...
You have to believe and trust what they say. I don't.
But not, like, I'm not saying, like, the government. Like, there's other people who have been to, like, the top of the atmosphere and, like that, where they can see the curve of the Earth.
Okay, now, this is what you can see. 10 miles this way or whatever.
Yeah, until you go up to where, like, Red Bull, they went...
Okay, Red Bull. When he opened up the door,
yeah,
you saw the horizon.
Yeah.
And it was flat. But then when he was outside, then it was curved. There's a fisheye lens or a wide angle lens that curves things. But if you make that circle complete, it's impossible. So the horizon is always at your eye level, no matter how high you go. No matter how high, it's always at your eye level. You know why? Because of this. It's called perspective. It's how two planes come together and they converge at a line, and that's at your eye level, no matter how high. There's a lot of science to this, and you have to look into it.
Are you the one that went to the school board meeting?
In the Facton?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's the one that was in the video.
I saw your video.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you see the school board one or the one I posted?
The one that you like where your camera.
Yeah, my camera. Yeah. So you go to Methacton? And what grade are you in? I graduated there in 73.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you still living in the area?
Yes, that's why I went to that one. So I'm encouraging everyone who's a flat earther to go to their own school district.
I saw you had a lot of comments on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is worth looking into. You know, it's a lot of good science. I mean, how can you ignore a curvature formula? You can't. Can't ignore that. And then you got to find curvature. Where is it at? Take a card, because everything on here is on the card website. So take a card, guys, and look it up. You have any questions? Why do you think we live on a globe? Because we've been seeing it since we're 5 years old, right? I call that indoctrination. I don't think it's science. I think they're abusing us as children by lying to us.
Come on,